Emir susar mısın? Hello, Meladze. Hello, my friends. Hello, Paul. Hello, AJM. Hello, my friend. I will have two guests, Anna Grönland and Pradeep. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Tyler. Hello, JP. Hello, John. Alfa Kangal, aleyküm selam kardeşim. Elhamdülillah, sen nasılsın? King Griffith, hello. Georgi, hello, my friend Nico. GB19. Yeah, Dennis is going to be one of the special guests. Yeah. Hello, AMTV. Umo Dila. Hello, my friend. Engin is no longer going to participate in the competition. No, I will. Next week, I'm planning to have the stem cell for elbows. Sion, hello, my friend. Dennis is doing fine, as far as I know. I mean, Dennis is, of course, he is allowed to play out. That's not an official event. That's just a practice, but it's up to him. You know, if he, I don't know if Dennis understands English, my friend. Soon I will have the, thank you, MTV. I'm fine. And you? Shardara, arm sports, the heart of arm wrestling. Wa alaikum salam, alaikum salam. Georgi Svetko, when are you? I didn't make any plan about that yet. Captain Nemo, hello from Ohio, USA. Hello, my friends. Hello to all of you. And soon I will have two guests, Anna Grönland and Pradeep. Anna Grönland is going to share some news, some information about, do you guys know the things about that the event that we are gonna do in Sicily, Italy, between 22nd of September till the 30th September. That is a meeting of the athletes and some youth athletes, some elite athletes, some legendary athletes, some maybe YouTubers, some of the artists, some of the world level bodybuilders from who competed, Mr. Olympia and like things like that. And so that is, I think that, I mean, there is my friend Luke Welding. He's from Luxembourg and he is doing projects for European Union. And he and I, we did a cooperation, you know. He organized a youth competition on the same day of the East versus West in August, on the same stage. And then athletes from Romania, Bulgaria, from Turkey. So he will continue supporting.
Hi.
Hello, Anna. How are you?
I'm good. I'm going home from work.
Walaikum salam. Thank you. Yeah, I was talking. Were you able to listen what I said?
No, I didn't hear you before.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the event in Sicily.
Yes.
And yeah, I was talking about Armfight Factory event that they organized in Yalova and Istanbul, the super matches, and also they had seminar here for a week right before the East versus West.
Yeah.
And I'll say,
Yeah, it's a non-profit organization or a non-profit like project with Armfight Factory, and they are trying to engage young people and people in arm wrestling to develop arm wrestling and to make arm wrestling a more known and popular sport. So I think that's kind of the basic, and they are supporting young athletes a lot to help them get further into the sport and to educate them and find mentors for them. I think that's kind of the basics of it, at least.
yeah.
And we've been to me and Sierra Isaac and Petra Dam and you and Krasimir and Boshidar and a lot of other people were to Yalova for that very nice week where we educated and had those super matches in the end. And I'm hoping that we can, reorganize this very soon. And I think that there is an intention to do that very soon. But the first event will be the one in Sicily in a little bit more than, I think it's 2 weeks now or a little bit less.
Chance Shaw is in the chat room, says hello to you and to myself. Hello, Chance.
Hello, Chance.
Yeah, Chance is coming, I think, to Sicily as well.
Yes, yes. And from my knowledge, Engin Prudnik and also Zura Boshidar Simonov and Anna Granatova. Yeah.
That was coming. And Zaur, the legendary Georgian athlete Zaur will be with us, as far as I know. So yeah, it is just like we are in our small world, Anna, as arm wrestling community, and we really need to make arm wrestling popular and known as it deserves by connecting with the people from outside of our community. This can be YouTuber, this can be an artist, this can be a singer, it can be like whatever, you know what I mean. This is having a hard time to explain this because this I never thought about it. I'm like known as like pure arm wrestling, but for sure if we want our support to be known by the what's that?
And if we want to bring ourselves to a bigger audience, if we want more people to watch our competitions, if we want more people to come into arm wrestling, I think that we also need to reach out in a different way. And I think that it's a very good option to as you say, to talk about the YouTubers and music artists, and also as we've talked about before, like there are a lot of people who would be interested in arm wrestling, in powerlifters and martial arts sports that probably have not heard about us. And if they did, they would probably be very, very interested in trying it out and helping us making the sport big. And also the fact that they are trying to put arm wrestling tables in a lot of the smaller gyms out in every country in the world so that everybody will be able to train safely. They also have an idea around, how to put it, education, online education, like this is how you're supposed to arm wrestle. These are the safety aspects of be careful so you don't break your arm if you're new into the sport. So there are a lot of very good things coming out of this project. And we also have a very nice Facebook page where you have the opportunity to read about what we're going to do in Italy and to connect with us, to write questions and to find more information about us.
Yes. Hello, Pradeep. Hello, my friend.
Hello, Engin. Hello, thank you. Hello, Anna.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, let's ask Pradeep. Like Pradeep is one of the person that Luke contacted. I think you can make it because of the short notice, right?
Yeah, I still haven't got the passport yet.
Okay.
No.
So the question is like, Pradeep, like, what did you understand from AFF?
I think it is a great opportunity. First of all, Luke, I don't think he's much into arm wrestling itself, but he's trying to create something new for the youth and combining different organizations, like you mentioned, YouTubers, arm wrestlers, bodybuilders, Mr. Olympia guys as well. So I won't lie to you, Hingit. I mentioned that to Luke as well. I said, honestly, Luke, I'm having a slightly difficult time understanding exactly what your plan
Yes.
is, because we heard.
I'm
Yeah,
cutting you. Luke just
yeah,
came here, and yesterday he left. We spent
Yeah.
5 days. 5 days. We talk every day, every day, every day. So, like at the beginning, like I was like, "What is he trying to do?" And then more I understand, more I realize that that is what our community, in fact, needs.
Yeah.
That is. Otherwise, we are not gonna grow. We really
No.
need to. We can't only go through just how to say. We need to be on the field as much as we are trying to be known through social media.
social media.
Yeah, yeah, that is what he's doing. He wants to uh, open clubs, and then he wants to. But this is non-profit organization. He's not making money. He's not giving money or something. It is just he's just giving opportunities so that people can use this. Sorry, you
Yeah.
can continue.
Yeah, but in a way, again, if we look at it, he's inviting people, he's covering their expenses. So in a way, he is kind of giving money for someone like me who is just a YouTuber. If he pays
Yeah,
for my expenses, if he invites me, it is giving me such an opportunity, and I could say it is almost giving me as good as giving me money.
yeah. This is what I see as, I don't know if Anna would agree, but he is teaching the community how to fish instead of
Yeah.
giving fish.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
And I think that if we get better at learning how to do this, it will benefit us all. Just like Pradeep says, that it's not giving him money, but it's a way of teaching him this is how you should do it, so you can do it more.
yeah. I mean, creating opportunities or
Yeah.
creating conditions for the opportunities.
Yeah.
This is what I understand from what he's doing, and that is good, and it is great that I'm honored to share the stage with them, because in the early in the morning to the noon they do their events where 18 years old young guys, 20 years old young guys are competing against each other, and then like some stars doing interview with them and giving them their
Yeah.
honor awards. Like I will ask to do some of our guests, East versus West, if they would just spend like an hour or something during the day. It would be great, if Gary Goodridge would come, or if Dennis Petrenko would come and give the kids their award, and then, at the podium, it would be great, how to say, inspiration. That is what I believe.
Yeah, and they did that during the first event that we had in Istanbul after the week
Yes,
in Yalova.
yes,
There was a lot of the superstars that were so nice to come and help out and give the awards and talk to
yeah,
them a little bit about their wins. So I think that also gives like a golden lining to coming
yes,
and competing
yes,
as a
yes,
young person and meeting your
yeah,
superstars, the guys that
yeah.
you are admiring, or the girls.
Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, I think who gave the awards? I think Bojidar
Uh,
gave, Arif
yes,
Ertem gave,
yes,
and I think,
Prudnik gave, Malin Kleinsmith gave,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and also Gabriella, I think.
oh, I think Evgeny Prudnik also gave, right?
Yes, he also
Yeah,
was there.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think,
And
yeah.
it's
Go
also
ahead.
something that is very interesting in our sport. It's a very close step between the superstars and the normal audience. It's
Mm-hmm.
not so far away as if you are a football star, like say Ronaldo, for example. It's one of the guys that I know about. Then the general person playing football would never ever get a chance of meeting him, probably face to face. But in our sport, it has to be a possibility, and especially with an enabler like Luke and the Armfight Factory project, that he brings this to young people and he says, this is the superstar that you are following and that you are admiring and that you want to be. Here, have a chat with him and see what you want to ask him. And also the mentorship that he has been talking about, I think it's a really good opportunity for young people.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and how did you guys think about me inviting Gary Goodridge? Did you know who Gary Goodridge is?
I have an idea, but I'm not 100% sure.
The Gary Goodridge, especially in 1995 and 1996, was by far the strongest arm wrestler on the planet.
Oh.
Yeah, he beat like athletes like John Brzenk, Cliff Dean, Jerry Cadoret, and all the others. He was not even close. 95, 96, 94. Maybe he also could win that time, but he and John had a very tough match in their first meeting, and then he pulled Cliff Dean and then had to beat John again, come back to the final with one loss and beat Cliff Dean once and then lost again. So he was just but 95, he was just like nothing close. So after 96, he left the sport and he started those fighting UFC. I think at that time I saw him like Ultimate Fighting. It was still UFC, but they were calling Ultimate Fighting.
Without gloves.
Did he move on to be a UFC fighter?
What's that?
Did he move on from arm wrestling to become a UFC fighter?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What
Not only there, he also fight like MMA, I think it's called, right?
Yeah.
In the ring also, yeah.
Yeah.
He was very, very. Yeah. And so my intention to invite him is to honor the legends who inspired us in the past. Yeah. I also invited Gennady quick winner. He doesn't have super match, but he will be here.
Yeah.
Also invited Alex Kurdecha. And he will be here. Both will pull in January. We don't know their match yet, but both will be competing in January, East versus West, but they will be guests here. Also, I invited Denis Petrenko, and he's coming as well.
That's going to be really cool. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah. Somebody is asking that if it's just too hard for Gary to commentate for 5 hours. It will be probably shorter than that, but also he will be together with Ryan Bowen. So Ryan talks, enough for both of them. And also, whenever Gary wants to comment, he comments, but as we know that if you would just let Ryan go by himself, he would go for 5 hours, no problems, In fact, he's doing that anyways, right? He's doing that anyways. Like if he didn't come here, he was doing live on the YouTube, right? He's doing many hours, yeah.
Yeah, but the card for the next East versus West is already set. So you're now planning for the January event. Isn't that correct?
Oh, the board already on the wall. I think I already see 8-9 matches from January.
I've told you, you need a whole wall for that. You cannot only have a small board.
Yeah. Anyway, so Dennis is coming. It's good. It's great. I will ask them to join the press conference, and also Levan Saginashvili will be our guest as well. Yeah, he's coming. Yeah, Levan will be there as well.
Oh,
yeah.
It's going to be an amazing event. So many stars and so many good guys.
Look at the guests: Levan Saginashvili, Denis Petrenko, Gary Goodridge, and Alex Kurdecha and Gennady Kubikina. Yeah. Who's missing there is that one is missing there.
Yeah. This is what I was thinking. Again, I was talking with myself. Like, there are many events that would feel lucky if they had that much budget for the entire event. the thing that
Yeah.
you have just for guests.
I think
Yeah.
also that it is because it is Engin asking them to come. It has to do with the fact that he is a very good promoter or a very good organizer, and they like his events. So that's why they all want to come. I'm not so sure that they would agree if it was someone else asking.
It is because we have mutual respect,
Yeah, that's
and
one my
and
point.
they know why I'm doing this also.
Yeah,
You understand? So
Yeah.
they understand. They understand that I am trying to promote arm wrestling. I'm thinking more of the promotion of arm wrestling and less of money. They all know about it. I don't want to talk more, but they all know about it, and that is why they want to be a part of it. They see an amateur spirit here, and so they are superstars. You know, they are superstars, and today also. Again, I repeat it, Devon. Devon. If like these guys are coming, if you would like to come, you know that you are, more than welcome. And if not, then in the future events, the door will always be open. The invitation is valid. Just whenever. And classic, you put heart, and I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means, but it means something positive. But
Yes.
we don't know. We don't know what it means. Like we don't know if it means yes. If it would be yes, that we would. In fact, he was interested. The last time I asked, he said, "Oh, I'm available," but then later, maybe something can happen. But still, he didn't say exactly yes. He didn't say exactly no. So whatever. So I'm just like, as I invite him, I invite Devon, I invite Gennady, I invite those guys. They all um are superstars. So
Do you have a dream guest or a dream match, Engin, that you would like to set up?
dream match.
Yeah, like really dream match. What would that be, in your opinion?
I think I don't have like dreams, but there are good matches. Like I really like after a point, just like I kind of stopped dreaming, just like because I like in the past, Anna, like the things were going so slow,
Yeah.
so slow. I was not an organizer, and I didn't know why it was going so slow. And then I get involved, and then I see that it can be much faster.
Yeah.
So whatever, like every event, what we dream is changing
Yeah.
after the last results. It's not staying static. Like it is not like for 15 years of waiting, who would win, this guy or that guy. Now, uh, people are telling me to slow down. You understand? So
Yeah.
now that this is dream, but we just do East versus West. There's king of the table, and then after the result, you would think something else.
Yeah.
They
But
understand what I mean? Yeah.
yeah, but a lot of people would also say that you do make dreams come true, because a lot of these people that watch these matches on pay-per-view, it's their dreams that you are actually making real, because
Yeah.
they're dreaming about these people fight against each other, and then you come and say, well, I've set up a match, and it's this guy and this guy, and everybody's like, woo, and then comes the next and the next.
Never enough. Never enough. Never enough. Like even if I would set 20 matches, I would just say, "Oh, I wish I could do those 5 as well." This
Yeah.
is my brain is working. And
But
what do you think, Pradeep? You left him, but
Yeah, I think dreams are definitely come true. The amount of matches nobody would have expected. Like I myself was saying that if there were slight talks of a match happening, maybe a Devon versus Levan, maybe 1.5 years ago, we were for sure like, let's wait 1 or 2 years till that match can actually
yeah,
happen. This was the time frame. We saw how long the Devon versus Dennis match took place. But answering the dream match question, I would for sure have some dream matches. Like there is one match that I really want to see is a rematch, a super match between John Brzenk and Denis Siplenkov. If that can somehow happen in this stage, I think it can still be very close and it would be amazing match. And
for me,
this is a thing.
like for me, Evgeny Prudnik versus Devon match.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very interesting match. To me, I mean, if you're, it's not dream match, but if you ask me what would be the most interesting match for you, Engin, I would just say Evgeny Prudnik versus Devon. Just say at 115 kilo, and it's not very light weight for Devon. He says that the last time I talked with him on the video chat we did, he said, Engin, this evening I can make 253. He said, if you want it. So it is not that hard. So, and yeah, sorry, Pradeep.
So I think I don't know what exactly is the saying that Engin is giving us the matches that we wanted but we do not deserve or something like that. So we are later on realizing when the matches are actually happening. After that, we are realizing that how bad we wanted to see that match, because these matches are clearing up a lot of things. And one thing that I always like to mention, there are a lot of superstars that nobody knew about before you started inviting them at East versus West. Boji Darcy, how famous he is right now, but before that first event where you invited him in that eight man best of three super match event,
Morozov.
yeah, Artem
Yeah,
Morozov,
Morozov.
almost all of the guys. So this is the biggest gift that I would say. Number one, that lot of the European superstar athletes are getting known to the masses now after these events.
Yeah, it is also, it's not because they are like known, but do you realize that everyone is becoming so close friends, you know?
Yeah.
We are in the press conference, we are laughing, they are in the Russian and or Georgian or the Kazakh guy, they are American guy, they are in the same room, they are signing and laughing together, just like, I mean, it's just, I mean, at the table, of course, everyone is
Yeah, it's a
intimate.
fight.
That's how it should be. But outside of the table, you saw Gennady and Jerry. They were like, But you saw the same night they were hugging each other. They were like, I mean, this is our community, and I think it's
Yeah,
something beautiful.
yeah,
Right.
I do agree. It's a very bonding sport, and it's very nice that there people are actually real friends behind the screen. So of course we need to be a little bit like worked up when we go up to the table to fight each other. But it's an amazing thing that so many people are so good friends, and that you are also, as Philip is saying, that you are actually showing that there are so many good European pullers that no one really knew about before this.
Yeah, Saul says that if Saul Aaron says that if he heard that John Brzenk never beat Gary Goodridge, that's not true. John Brzenk many times beat Gary Goodridge.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Also, Gary beat him in, I think, 91 and 94, as
Ah,
far as I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, my friends, how about our some of those champions posters, my friends? Come on. My friend, he says Dennis has not announced his return yet. Yes, he did not
Correct.
announce, but in my opinion, he will be back. Just an
nothing is
opinion.
impossible.
Just an opinion. Just
Yeah.
an opinion. Is my nose growing up?
No,
No,
not
it's not
yet.
growing, Indian. Maybe
Yeah,
your
it
ears
should
a
be.
little bit, but not your nose.
It should be growing. It should be because I said it is only. One guy is saying, Engin, will you compete? Uh, I'm planning to compete. I'm gonna have stem cell therapy next week, and I will do my best to compete. It is not that easy to reach the knowledge and experience I have. I'm saying this in a very polite way, but it is so sad that because of like having some physical, I would say, should I say disability or what should I say?
Yeah,
I
it's an
don't.
issue. It's a physical issue because it
Okay,
can
okay.
probably be fixed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so sad that I have everything, but I just can't. Just I mean, so I kind of believe that like I should be able to pull for 5 years more. Yeah, if the other guys are pulling as well. But just remember, John took break for like 6 years, and people compares uh, Brezhnev, Tatachins, these kind of guys, but those all started after they were 35 years. Yeah, when I come 35, I already had near 20 years of mileage on my arms, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not the same thing, you know. Yeah. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so okay, my friend. Yeah, it will be incredible. Yeah, and so, Pradeep, we did not chat for a long time.
Right.
How do you see the matches?
I think
Like,
matches
for
are
example,
awesome.
let's start from the last one. Oleg Petrenko versus Zura. How do you see that match, left arm?
So usually because if we try to remember the form of Zurab when he was competing 2018-17, we still remember the 85 kg Zurab. So the first time my mind went to it, I thought like Oleg Petrenko is going to be the bigger guy. But then I forgot Zurab is now over 100 kilos, and Oleg Petrenko said that he's about 95 kilos. So
He said 96,
maybe
97, but he will be more than 100, Oleg
yeah.
said. Yeah.
So I think going to be a very close match. Definitely going in a hook. Not sure who is going to win, but great match.
Yeah. Do you know how I said that match? I was
No.
just like, Zurab was asking me match, but he kind of accepted that, I will set him in January. So
Ah,
what's that?
I said.
Okay.
I
I was just looking at the internet and I saw Dadikian and Oleg Petrenko with left arm. 2019 Zloty, where Petrenko is beating Dadikian comfortably with left arm. I was like, wow. Yeah, I mean, it's just like this guy's left arm beating Dadikian like that. And of course, Dadikian also improved because he is very young. And then I thought about it, So Petrenko is already coming to Istanbul, and Zurab is right there at the other side of the Turkish border. And I said, why not? Let them go deep inside. It's not so easy to beat Zurab inside, deep inside match with hook. So I really thought that it would be a close war. And Zurab is invited twice to pull left arm. He pulled 3 times, but 2 times with left arm, and he won both left arm matches. Yeah. So who's gonna win, Pradeep?
Left arm. I never saw that match that you just mentioned. David
Yeah.
Dadikian versus Oleg Petrenko 2019. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I would go with Zorab in this match, but if David Dadikian was anywhere near the shape that he is right now when Oleg Petrenko beat him, I'm not sure. If I did not hear you mention that match against David Dadikian, I would have said Zorab for sure, because as you mentioned, it is really difficult for anyone to beat him in a hook.
See, Andrea
Very
now wrote that Petrenko beat Zurab left hand in 2018. Wow, I think. So he's saying that Petrenko already beat Zurab lefty. It will be interesting. So Levan is coming too, and most likely Levan is going to pull the winner of Jerry and Hermes. And I would like to hear what he will say about that as well. Yep.
Engin, I would like to ask you one thing. Do you think from the matches that can be made possible right now, do you think these are really the best standard matches that we can offer for Levan, because he's number one and he's considered to be above anyone else right
It
now?
doesn't
And
have to be. It doesn't have to be the best one. That's an unknown thing, unknown answer. We don't know who can be the best one, but he needs to start from somewhere, right?
right.
Yeah. So let him pull this one, and then he can pull. If he beats them, he can pull someone else, and then he can pull someone. He needs to start from there. If we just change it and bring it doesn't have to be like, we don't have to find out the very best one to be his first opponent, because we really don't know question, the answer. You understand? You may say it's Alex Kurdecha. Someone else says that it is Morozov. Someone says maybe it's Revas. Someone says Zaur, they won the Russian event. We don't know the answer. But for sure, the winner of Jerry versus Hermes match is one of those that would deserve to pull him. So this is not Levan's last match. So we don't need to really like come to a conclusion. This is the match. Let's see if this is the match. If not, in April or somewhere or May, he pulls someone else, and then he pulls someone else. Then we will see, you know. But he needs to start from somewhere. Like many was thinking that Devon is the one. You know, if someone beats it's Devon or something. But we saw that it is not. We don't know. Devon on the polls, he was even favorites. In many polls, last days he was 55 to 45, near 60 to 40 or something. He was the favorite one. So we really don't know, you know, who's the. And what's your opinion, Pradeep? Your own opinion?
So about Jerry or Hermes versus Levan, about this?
No, I mean, like you don't think there's one of them? There's one of the men.
I think right now I think it is one of them, and they are the one deserving a match against Levan. Because earlier I was thinking maybe if Dmitry Selayev beats Vitaly Laletin again, then now we have some data that the guy who gave the closest first round match to Levan, Vitaly Laletin, Dmitry Selayev beat him twice dominantly. If had that happened, then maybe we would have thought that maybe Dmitry Selayev is the closest person in level to Levan, but we saw that it didn't happen. So maybe they are amongst
The guy who beat all of them only 10 months ago to fourth place at WAF. Where Arif Ertem was first place, he was fourth place. So we don't really know who is where. It's good that, you know, good that we have East versus West, so that at least we are having answers, you know. But just again, just because we had an answer 3 months ago at East versus West, 6 months ago at East versus West, 9 months ago East versus West, these are not the forever answers. The things can also change.
Yes.
There are so many variables to an arm wrestler. I mean, training, wellness, diet, like private life. There is a lot of things going on that can change the outcome very, very quickly for anyone. Even if you're a pro, it can affect you very badly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So we just never know. Like whenever you said the match, they said, you know, like for example, when Tatachins beat Irakli, and then people said, oh, Devon did not even feel Tatachins, and Tatachins beat Irakli, and Irakli troubles Levan, so it means that Devon is gonna beat Levan. That automatically they made a calculation like that, and then that's why those poll votes went that way. So it may not work that way. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, you know. Yeah. And Anna, you say first. I will ask you a question after that.
Yeah, but in your opinion, Engin, isn't it also a lot about how arm wrestlers fit together? Because in my experience, when I pull different people, there is people that I can beat, and then there is people that I cannot beat, and then the person I cannot beat can beat, like, or vice versa. So it's a lot depending on style and what is your strength. So I don't say that you can say for certainty that this person is going to beat this person. Not before you have seen the match at all.
Yeah, I mean, even if you are talking about same exact two person.
Yes.
What result today? What result 8 months later? Maybe different as well. Yeah. Anna, in January we have. Do you think that match that I said between Barbora versus Gabi is the match to determine the best, strongest female athlete on the earth today?
Yes, I would say so. I think that Barbora is probably the one climbing the throne, in the heavyweight part. I have not seen her pull Egle, so I don't know how that would play out, but I think that she is a very good opponent for Gabriela.
Okay, there is one guy, shut the fuck up. I am so sleepy, my friend. I am sending you to sleep forever. Oh, where is that hide user on this channel? Yep, not because of that. You don't have to mention such thing, you know. It's just like you're disrespecting us. I love doing that. They do that and I do back. It's so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Barbora, in my opinion, in January, I do not know who's gonna beat who between Barbora and I'll say Gabi. But if you ask me what the match would be, if it is not in January 2023, but in January 2024, I have a very clear answer for that one.
Yeah.
You understand my point, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Barbora, you beat her today, or you will never beat her again.
Yeah. She's just getting better and better. Every time I see her pull, she's better and better and better. And I mean, she's just been collecting those youth medals, and she's now going into the senior, because Barbora is very young. We should maybe mention that. She's only like 22, I think. So she has her whole career for her. She's just started. She's an amazing person too, and a very hard worker. So I think that, yes, I agree with you, Engin. Beat her now or never beat her again.
Yes. Because she is physically much bigger than the rest. Yeah, and she's
very tall, and she's very tall. She has big hands. She has everything going for her.
In my opinion, from now on, 1 year or 1.5 years later, she will be the Levan of her category in female arm wrestling. Yeah.
Yep. I'm 100% sure too.
Yeah, but in January, I think that is the very important moment for Gabriela.
Yeah.
To be there. I don't know. Maybe she disagrees with me, but I don't mean any disrespect.
No, it's no disrespect. We all know that people are, especially if they're young, there is a much quicker development than for the older ones of us. And we know that Gabi has been pulling for a long time, and she's probably very much closer to her full potential than Barbora is. So Barbora has still a lot of potential to win. So do
you think Gabriela is about like 190 or even taller?
Barbora?
Yeah.
I think that she is around, because I'm 167 centimeters. She's roughly 15 to 20 centimeters taller than me.
15, 20, 15, more than 15. She's much taller than me.
Yeah.
I'm 177. I'm thinking that
185 maybe.
Yeah, but is she not taller than Egle?
No, I think she's the same height as Egle probably.
To me she looks very tall.
I don't know. But she has also very big shoulders. She's a big woman.
Yeah, I would guess that she's minimum 185. In my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I will ask her.
Yeah.
I will ask her. Yeah. And anything you want to ask, Pradeep? You usually have interesting thoughts in your mind, you know.
Yes, but
you are observing things that we really don't pay attention, and then you come with interesting questions. I like it this way.
Yeah, first of all, Engin, lot of people were asking what is the news in this video. So I would like to say that on your behalf. So the first news I think was East versus West Armfight Week, 22nd to 30 September 2022. Luke is organizing it in Sicily, Italy, and there are going to be many arm wrestlers, legendary arm wrestlers, some YouTubers, bodybuilders as well. So definitely a great vision. And the second news was there are going to be 5 guests at East versus West 5 on November 19th. Levan, Denis Petrenko, Gennady Quequinia, Alex Kordecha, and I'm forgetting one. Forgetting one of them.
Gary Goodridge.
Gary Goodridge.
Yeah.
And one more thing I'd like to thank Anna, that event that you had, the seminar where Bojidar or Krasimir was also there.
Yeah.
It was really great. The only problem that I found that these things needs to be promoted better, because there were some rule briefings. Sometimes we beginners think that we have read the WAF rule book, all the pages, and we know all the rules. But when Anna was explaining at the first time, it is up to referee's discretion whose finger the referee wants to close first in a referee's grip. The next time you have to change it to the other person. Next time the other person will get his fingers closed. So these are the rules that I had no idea about, and I'm quite sure many people do not know anything about.
Wow.
So there were
I
a
never
lot
thought
of
it. I never thought it. I thought you guys knew it.
Yeah.
no, but I don't think it is written in the rule book. That is the problem.
Yeah.
I don't think it is written in the WAF rules or any other rules.
I
And
think
these are
that
the
it
small
is
things
there.
that
I think that it is there, but it's probably like it's a lot of text to read if you want to learn the rules. So
yeah.
Yeah, someone is professional. I think she's gonna cook. At the same time, she's chatting with us.
no, I'm actually gonna give the cats some food because they are so
Oh,
hungry. They're climbing my legs.
that's good. That's good.
They're like, please, please give us
Yeah,
food.
yeah. I don't think that there is any concern about Gary Goodridge commentating. I mean, he's fine. He doesn't have to go like non-stop. He's together with Ryan Bowen, so I'm sure that even Ryan Bowen, Ryan Bowen even can do everything by himself. If you just leave him alone there, he would just do more than enough.
But I have
Ryan
to ask then again, how
really
old is
knows him.
Gary? Because they're so invested in if he can do this. I mean, he is not that old. He can probably do 5 hours of
No, it is
commentating.
about all that they are because they are thinking that because he came from fighting and he may
But he knows
yeah,
arm
he may
wrestling.
think that he may not have patience for that or something. I don't know what exactly it is, but I think it
56
is
years age.
yeah.
Engin, did you see that I was searching for Gary Goodridge a few days ago, and there was a match, Gary Goodridge arm wrestling in 2019. It was the title of the match, and he was arm wrestling Mike Gould from Canada,
Yeah.
and he almost took
Ah,
Mike Gould to the pad. Then Mike Gould brought him back and beat him in that
Are you
match.
serious? Wow.
Yeah. Mike
Wow.
Gould, like it was
After
almost
20
like almost
something 20 something
2019.
years old fighting, if he was that close against someone like Mike, you just imagine how he was when he was young.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about who you are going to fight next, Engin. And I'm really looking forward to you getting healthy and good in your elbows and starting to compete again. I'm looking forward to that so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna do stem cell. I will use my own cells. They said placenta is better. I just talked with doctor. Doctor says that Engin, we need to make your immune system totally down so your body can accept the cells from somewhere else. And he said it's risky. Also, everything blood type and the under things, everything needs to
Yeah.
be so perfect. Everything, and I'm just gonna use my own cells, nothing and I don't know if anything else is ethical either, or those embryos or something. I would never use them, and so let's see how it will be. Let's see how it will be. And I was suggested a joint product by a friend, and I will use that too. He said that he used it and he's every week he's doing 100% table time. He said he's okay. He's same age.
Sounds really interesting. That is
Yeah.
something that can
Let's
probably be
see.
used by the rest of the older
Yeah,
generation of
let's
arm
see. Let's
wrestlers
see.
too.
Let's see. Not everyone is as damaged as I am.
No.
So it may help some people, but not me. But we don't know yet. Yeah, we will see. So people are asking. I'm also. Um, Abdurrahman says that Engin, let us know how the stem cells go. We will be concerned. Yes, my friend, you will know. If you see me coming back and kicking ass, so you will know that it it has worked. But of course, before that, you will see, you will hear from me how the trainings are going. I don't even train. Do you know why I don't train? I mean, just I'm like sick of it. Like I don't have hopes. It pains so much, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why do I even handle this pain if it is not gonna get me anywhere? I say, okay, just forget it. I start training a few weeks, and before I only had to do this. Now the East versus West come, I can concentrate like multiple goals at this level, both. You understand?
Yeah.
You
No,
understand?
it's
You
not
can do
possible.
many things at the same time, but it is very hard to be like best athlete in the world and organizing the one of the best events in the world, you know, just like that level, you know, it is obviously it's stressful, you know.
I understand. I fully understand because I work full time in a corporate job and I want to move forward where I do that. And I also train really hard because I want to be one of the best in the world too. So I know what you're struggling with, and I'm not in so much pain as you are, even though I'm a bit older. So I understand the dilemma of trying to push two things to the top, and it's not really possible. It's a very
Yeah.
much a juggling and a lot of stress to your mind.
Yeah, the biggest issue is not like a pain that is because of some incidents. It is a pain that is the result of the damage of the years. You understand?
Yeah.
So it is not like you rest and then it heals. It
No.
is a permanent damage. It is just
Yeah.
that's why I'm needing something like stem cell to grow something new. Probably the cartilage inside is
Yeah.
probably gone. So we need to grow something new, and so that's let's see how it will work. They say that my own cells will not help so much because I'm not young. You understand? Yeah. So they say that your cells are not as strong as the young people's cells. So that is why they think that it's not gonna super help. It will help, but not super help. But let's see how it will be. It's still better than that. It's kind of expensive, but let's see.
Still
Yeah.
better than not trying. Maybe there is an option. Maybe it's going to help you. And if it really helps you, then you will be a lot happier.
Yeah.
And I
So
think Engin, yeah.
thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your kind words, my friend. Well, sorry about it,
Yeah,
Pradeep.
I think again it is going to be even more difficult for you to focus on training as you organize more east versus west events, because then you will be like more driven towards that, because we always have that choice. We have to make a choice sometimes, and I was also saying a similar thing. It is really difficult to focus on multiple things, and it happens to almost everyone. I was always saying this thing that we can do two things at a time, and what I meant by those two things, we have three things, most of us: job and YouTube and arm wrestling training. So whenever someone asks me why don't you focus on arm wrestling training, why are you only uploading news, I was like, I can do two things. I have to be at my job, I cannot leave that yet, and then YouTube or arm wrestling. So it is a choice, I can do two. There are some rare examples like Todd Hutchings, who can have a job, who can train for arm wrestling and also can run a YouTube channel. You are also maybe having a same
Yeah,
situation.
the Tatachin's YouTube channel
Yeah,
activity
not
compared to yours
really.
is not even 5%.
Yeah, not
Time
really
to
active.
time he puts like 1 minute or 2 minutes, uh, something funny, and then he just leaves, or just something.
So,
Yeah,
Angin, you are also having three things right now. One is East versus West. Second is that YouTube channel. You are almost active than most of the YouTubers out there. And third thing is your own training. And at some point of time, you will have to sacrifice one of these three.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the truth is, I can do, but the only thing is, I need to enjoy what I'm doing. Like whenever I go gym, and then
Yeah.
whenever like your body already hurts, and like you understand, I kind of feel like, I mean, no, I don't want to do that, because if I knew training is gonna bring me to somewhere, then I would do it. But now I don't believe, and then it hurts. You understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, so if it hurts, but I know it's gonna bring me somewhere, I would still do it. This is what I did probably last 20 years of my
Yeah.
career, just pain and together. That's together is, yeah. But now I have pain and I don't believe, because I see the result of the training whenever I lift, whenever, like, if I was 63 kilo and 39 kilo, very thick handle hammer curl bar, I can do like near full motion. And now if I cannot do even 25 kilo half motion, and while I'm like 90 kilo, at the time I was like 60, 63 kilo. So you understand my point?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, physically I was stronger. Like at that time I was just say 63 kilo holding 20 kilo dumbbell and doing one arm pull-ups. So you
Oh,
pull in
Jesus.
actually. with the clothes, 85 kilo, you pull in like this, and then many reps. So now I am what, 90 kilo, hardly with two hands. You understand? So I am not as strong. But if you say, am I more coordinated? Probably more coordinated.
Yeah.
And more experience, yes. More knowledgeable, yes. But physically, I'm behind. I know if the gravity didn't change since last 20, 30 years, then I know physically I'm weaker, So
Yeah.
And Engin, since you mentioned one arm pull-ups, USS Liberty asked, Engin, did one arm pull-ups help you with arm wrestling?
say again. Sorry, I was in some say.
So he's asking whether the one arm pull-ups that you did they help you in arm wrestling? Are they good
Yeah,
for
yeah,
training for arm wrestling?
yes, yeah. I'm still there. If you just say that, Engin, you have only one choice of training, and then you're gonna compete. If it is not table training, I will do pull up.
So
Just
when I was, it happens again lightweight that you mentioning. Sometimes not everyone feels strong when they get big. So I also remember when I was 74 kilos in 2018, 19, I could also do a one arm pull up, maybe with a 5 kg dumbbell in my hand as well, at
mm-hmm,
74 kg body weight.
mm-hmm.
But when I got to 80 kg, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. So the strongest version at 74 kg, I can lift with hang maybe at 40, 45, 50 kilos and still do some pull-ups. But
Just
when I got to 86 kilos, even body weight pull-ups got somewhat
just
difficult.
trust me. Even the pull up, just by the way that you are performing, not the same pull up. You really need to know how to do it. It's same with the
Yeah.
lifting. It's same with the
Yes. Yes.
training coordinator. Like you all may look like doing the same thing. It may not be the same thing. So I see
I
people
agree.
do pull up like this. How about from here to here? This, where is it? He just pulls his arm and he goes like, see, look at what I'm doing. And his wrist is like this. It's a thin bar, and like it's just like
Yeah.
garbage form, just like, everything used to be like one full. Your wrist needs to train. It's a thick bar. Your fingers needs to train. Your arm, your lat, everything, your lock, everything needs to be. You need to be like at the table. They like they are not doing as they think they are doing. So it's kind of different. I'm not
I
talking about yours. Yeah.
No, you are exactly. I think what we're mentioning, I can relate it to myself. I had that exact garbage form that you were talking about, wrist back bent backwards. I
Mhm.
had that form. That is why I was
Yeah.
wondering. There are some guys who cannot do pull-ups with 10 kg added body weight, and I can do with 50 kg body weight. But still, my angle is opening before them. So there is something
Mhm,
clearly
mhm,
wrong
mhm.
with the training.
Anna, you
Yes.
you you predicted Egle to win, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you were surprised.
Yeah, a bit actually.
Yeah,
But I hadn't seen Gabrielle in the shape that she was in. She was she was incredible.
yeah. I told you
Yeah.
even during the
Yeah.
live chat that you predicted. I said she's 95 kilo,
Yeah.
while Egle is 84 kilo. But the only thing is that I would like to see these girls are competing against each other at 80 kilo category as well.
Yeah.
Because,
Everybody in the
because
same.
yeah, Gabriela is gonna pull off 80 kilo.
Yes,
Maybe
she
at
will pull
some
my
point,
class.
and Egle was only 84 kilo.
Yeah.
So maybe Egle versus Sarah Backman also a good match.
Yeah, that would be a really interesting match.
Yeah, in the same weight, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarah is also very good. Sarah
Yeah.
doesn't realize how much better she got because she lost against Gabriela, but Gabriela improved a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
But don't
but
you think that you could convince Sarah to come and pull Egle?
I already offered her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't ask to Egle yet
No.
because it is easier to get Egle from Lithuania than
Yeah.
getting Sarah. Sarah is like I don't know how much she's focused in arm wrestling lately. I don't know. Maybe she is, but I don't know. Is she coming off? Hello?
I think she froze.
Oh, she
She
is, right?
went off.
Okay.
So again, I think the thing with Sarah Backman, yeah, okay.
Are we here, Pradeep? Because I'm here. I don't
Yes,
know what
yes,
happened to
yes.
Engin. Did
Oh
he
yeah,
freeze?
you
No,
just
we both
got
were here. You
frozen.
froze up.
Yeah,
We all froze.
yeah. I was asking you, is Sarah coming to WAF?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I have not seen anything indicating that she's coming to WAF, and I have not talked to her lately. I know that Gabby is coming, and she is going to pull minus 80 for the seniors.
Yeah. So same category as yours.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna destroy her.
Yeah, I will do my best at least.
Yeah.
Because for me, I don't have to push my weight down so much. I walk around now weighing maybe 83 kilos, and I'm probably the strongest I've ever been. I don't think if it's enough. I don't know if it's enough for Gabby, but I'm going to do my best for sure.
Yeah. So
I know what I have my goals set for.
yeah, that is the other two. That's the other two. I just check you. I just check you if you are in your mind. Oh, she's so strong, or I
No,
was like,
no, not at 80 kilos. That is a different ball game. It's
yeah,
50 kilos, 15 kilos less than what she weighed in Istanbul. And I know that
yeah,
my powers are not bad. So
yeah. I understand.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You were
I'm
saying
fighting
something,
for a
but
top.
you what? Oh, fighting for the top.
I'm
Yeah.
fighting for the top.
So your goal is to be a medalist, but you just don't know the color.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And Pradeep, you were saying something, or
Yes, about Sarah Backman, like you were mentioning, you do not know if she's really focusing on training right now or not, because if you remember in 2020 she had a very good YouTube channel. Maybe she had an editor as well, and at that time she was getting the most number of views on her channel when she was uploading workout videos. But Sarah has mentioned it many times in interviews that she does not take the trolls easily. She cannot
No.
digest or adapt to that. Like Engin, you have also mentioned it many times. Like there are two types of people, maybe three types of people. There are some who get affected by the trolls, but they do not admit it. Then there are some people who get affected and they clearly admit and block them, just like Engin Terzi, and also Sarah Backman. And then there are some people who do not really get affected. But Sarah is someone who gets affected by the trolls. She has mentioned that some of the disrespectful comments. That is why she kind of left social media. She has said that many times on interviews.
it's
Maybe
pity.
that is.
It's pity. Yeah. She was. I can say that she was the biggest I would say female promoter of arm wrestling.
I remember.
If it was the
I
case, it's pity.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried for Gabriela as well in the same case, because when I saw her live stream, she's also really active on her YouTube channel right now. There were some disrespectful comments, and Gabby was like for a moment like frozen, and then she said, "Move on. Let's not talk about this." So maybe she's able to handle it, or otherwise, it can be a difficult time
Do
for
you see
her
that?
as
Do
well.
you see that these athletes they don't deserve this?
Yeah,
While they
no.
are
definitely.
trying to promote arm wrestling, suddenly someone you don't even know who they are. They just, I mean, they just, how to say, they just suddenly appear and then disrespect you, and they say you cannot answer them in same manner. You cannot block them. You need to just go and handle. No, it's not true. It's not true, you know. So you disrespect, and you need to be ready also to get an answer first, and then nobody has to handle you forever just because it's social media. Who would allow someone in daily life to come and repeatedly disrespect
No
them and
one.
say, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna disrespect you, and you're gonna handle me." You understand? All the
Yeah.
time. You understand? No. You either break his head, or if you are not that type of guy, you would call the cop or something.
Yeah.
Or if the person is riding to you, you can block, or calling you, you can also block. Anything, you
Yeah.
know. Nobody has to handle anything, you know. Nobody. I mean, I block probably near 1,000 people. No, everything is going. Life is going on even better. It's like this channel is going up to 40,000. I mean, you don't know how to watch your mouth. Bye bye. You know, that's all. You know, I don't lose. They are just writing me. Engin, I didn't mean that. Can you please unblock me? Engin, I didn't mean that. Can you please unblock me? All day. Just you shouldn't. You know.
But I remember back in, I think it was 2019 when I pulled Sarah for Slotty, and I had a lot of rude comments regarding my looks, and I had a discussion with her afterwards, and I told her that it really affected me, and she says that I need to ignore them and actually to also block them. And I've continuously, since 2019, I've blocked people who are rude and commenting on my looks because it has nothing to do with me as an arm wrestler. And I've come to the conclusion that the things that they comment for women, like the trolls, are very uncomfortable, and also a lot to do with our physical appearance. As to where the guys, they go after other things, and it doesn't really matter because no one is allowed to be rude to you. Just like you say, Engin, no one is allowed to be rude to me in the daily life. So why should I accept it on social media? I'm just like you. I just block them, and they will not be unblocked because I don't want them to be part of my daily life. They should not disturb my peace.
Yeah, so that the subject open because of the Sarah Backman, why he left the social media. So you can see clearly what these people are causing.
Yeah,
it's no good. So if we go back to a little bit more to East versus West card.
Yeah.
And which matches are you guys looking forward from the November event? Like, for example, how do you guys see? Let me ask Pradeep first. Morozov versus Revas. For me, I really don't know. The only thing I know, if Morozov somehow hooks him, I think inside he's going to beat Revas, my opinion.
Yeah.
Can he hook him? I don't know. Can he top roll him or can Revas top roll him? I don't know. So that match is just like, I don't know what to expect. But when we talk about these two guys, we are talking, maybe not today, but for the future, we are talking about two of the potential opponents for Levan Saginashvili we're talking about. I'm not saying that they can beat him or something, but if the guys that mentioned have chances, these guys also have potential to pull Levan. So
yeah, it's just like you say, it's not now. It is months from now, so we don't know anything about the shape and the form. And also, you are setting matches now, and it's getting harder and harder to predict. It was easier in the start when you knew, like, this guy is maybe not so good at this, and this guy is better at, like, this is a better hooker, and this is a better top roller, or whatever. But now they're coming closer and closer to each other, so it's much harder to predict now than it was in the future. That's at least my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And you, Pradeep?
Just because based off past matches, I have seen Revas getting hooked sometimes, but in tournament format you never really know who was tired and who was fresh unless you have physically been at that tournament or watched all of the matches. So at this point I would have Morozov as a favorite in that match. I think Morozov can hook him.
Which way? Top roll or hook or
Hook. I think is going to hook him.
well, what if they both go outside? How do you see that match?
In a fresh match, I have seen Morozov struggle with the top roll, left-handed as well. Left-handed he was struggling against Tobias, right against Prudnik, and also against Dave Chaffee. So maybe in top roll, maybe Revas will have the advantage, but I think Morozov can get the match in a hook and win.
Bora kardeşim teşekkürler. Çok teşekkürler kardeşim. There is one guy, Turkish guy. So, and then Daniel Prokopchuk. Just honestly, does he have a chance against David Samusha?
I'm not so sure.
The only problem is that David Samusha is making 85 kilo from 90 kilo. While Daniel Prokopchuk will be 75 kilo only 1 month before this match. So just say that Daniel is cutting from 80 kilo to 75 kilo. And then after the weigh-in at WAF, just say that in a week he will be 80 kilo already.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you cut some weight because of dieting and water loss, you understand? So he is 80 kilo. So he will have about 3 weeks for 85 kilo. But I don't know how much he will be like pure muscle, how much he will be water. So Pradeep, what's your opinion about this?
I think David Samusha will be the favorite because both of them are at the top level in their respective weight categories, and David is slightly heavier. And we have seen that yes, Daniel Prokopchuk is great. He beats everyone, but he's not like he's levels above everyone in his own weight class. He is in those finals. He's competitive in his own weight class, and Bojida and David Samushia in his own weight class. We saw he beat Bojidar quite easily towards the end. We have to say. So when both
Quite
athletes are compared
easily. Sorry.
in the last round, in the last round.
But just like after
Yeah.
like rounds or war,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah. And also the maybe Bojidar's in second round, the one move, maybe it was, I don't know.
Close to
But
pin,
it
close
was,
to pin.
yeah, Samusha was better, but it is only because in the last round, just Bojidar just gassed out, not because he was dominant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
think
I can
Engin,
believe that you described such a match that way easily.
I was only talking about last round, last round.
Yeah, but describe a match when you're talking about, oh, Samusha beat Bojidar easily. Like that's the only thing you remember. That
Yeah,
was
but
probably the best match of the night.
best match. I agree, I agree.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the thing is that after that first round loss, like after in the last half of the match, he never looked in any kind of trouble. Like he was looking confident, and Bojidar was trying. He was gassing himself out. He looked kind of comfortable. And I think when two athletes are at the very top of their weight class, it is not that easy to beat the other guy who's on top, the
Yeah,
heavier guy.
I understand. I understand. And you, Anna,
Yeah, my money is on Samusha.
Samusha.
Yeah. So we're gonna see this time if I'm right, if I can predict them correctly. I did predict other matches correctly, but Gabby
Yeah, but
versus
there was only one match
maybe
then.
also a personal investment. So
Yeah, there was only one match that by
Yeah.
England. Now many matches, and everyone has 50% of chance to do correct guess. How to say, and then just go again, one of the like interesting matches. Like pretty people are thinking that Prudnik is going to beat Michael Todd. You may agree with that, but do you expect a dominant match? Because somehow Prudnik himself doesn't really see the match that way.
I expect. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm not sure about the match, but I for sure expect dominant rounds from Prudnik. The only concern is going to be can Prudnik finish with a flop press if it is needed. In the early rounds, I don't think it will be needed because yes, there are many things like styles make matches, but when someone is when there is that much of a difference between common opponents like Michael Todd having long matches, I also know that Michael has long matches with everyone. It may be a top 15 guy in the world. It may be a top 5 in the guy in the world. Michael can have long matches with everyone, but still the ease with which Prudnik beat Hutchings in the strap as well in the third round. I think there is a strength level gap between these two, and Michael may not be even allowed to engage the King's move, open arm top roll.
Yes.
Prudnik for sure. Prudnik.
And you, Anna?
I didn't hear you because I actually fell out. My headphones gave up. If you're asking me about Michael Todd and Prudnik, I'm gonna say Prudnik.
Prudnik.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
I predicted last time. I predicted right about Michael Todd, so I think but he's training really hard, and I've seen him train really hard lately. But still, my money is on Prudnik.
I understand.
And Engin, one more thing, because right now everyone is saying that Prudnik is the Levan of his own weight category, and that match is very near to 110 kg, 115 kg, I think is the weight cap for this match. So only 5 kg heavier from a point where we were saying that Prudnik is unbeatable. He's the Levan of that weight category. So are 5 kgs going to matter that much that Michael Todd can win a match? Maybe all of us are trying to find some ways where Michael can do something in this match. But if we go back to our own statement saying that nobody can beat Prudnik at 110 kg, if that statement is true,
I was always talking for people who are coming down top. You understand? Not from the people who are coming up to down, like, and the thing is that it's not because strength or anything, of course it's a strength as well, but the way that he's pulling is, you never know. The way that he is pulling is very unorthodox. So we saw Dennis is stopped, Pushkar is stopped, like whoever won against Michael, even they were stopped. Yeah. So I don't expect an easy match. I'm not saying, I in my opinion, Prudnik may have a little bit edge.
Yeah.
The little bit edge is, I don't know, like it can be, I don't expect an easy match. So that's all I will say.
Right.
Oh, I'm not predicting that it's going to be easy either, but I still have a hunch here that maybe he's a little bit hungrier also than Todd is. I'm not sure. It's not a disrespect in any way, but he is younger and he's probably a lot hungrier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true. But just remember, Michael is a wounded lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true too.
He is just, he will do his best to prove people.
Yeah.
Like, I have a question. If Michael, if Michael puts Prudnik in a position that he puts Revas, what happens?
Yeah. Then it could be an issue for him to finish the match.
The only thing is that giving the edge to Prudnik is one of the smartest pullers.
Yeah, he's very technical.
Yeah, he is smart. He's very technical. His endurance is good. I don't know, like Prudnik, whatever you just say, he has it. Explosiveness is there. Endurance is there. Like hand control is there. Hook is there. Side pressure is there. Top row is there. Table IQ is there. I mean, the intelligence, not during the match, but also, like, do you realize how he drove Matt crazy? Yeah. That guy, I mean, just like cold spirit, the guy is just like, you understand? He could drive anyone crazy. So that guy is very smart. And anyone who is that smart, that strong, and can control feelings, 100% emotions, very dangerous guy. Yeah. Very dangerous guy. Yeah.
In your opinion, Engin, how much do you think that it matters that you can get in under your opponent's skin? Do you think that it is as an advantage that you can use as a puller?
Say again?
So in your opinion, now I'm asking your opinion, how important is it to be able to get under your opponent's skin if you're going for a super match? Like, get in their head.
I mean, it depends, sometimes, I mean, I don't know, Devon did his best. I the Russian roulette?
Yeah.
That comes to one of them. You try. See, when you try such thing, you are actually depending on it.
Yeah.
And then what you are depending is not ending with success. Then trust me, you are the one who is getting nervous. Yeah. So that's his Russian roulette. Devon played that game. It didn't work on Levan.
No.
McGregor played that game against Habib.
Yeah.
It didn't work. So when it doesn't work, I kind of have feeling that, like it's the Russian roulette. If it doesn't shoot that side, it's gonna shoot you, because you will get nervous. Like, why this guy is not getting intimidated?
Yeah.
So you start asking that, and like even he tried. They ask, how would you describe Levan with one word on the press conference? And he said, pussy.
Oh.
And then he said, hey, are you not gonna kill me? Are you not gonna do something to me? And then Levan just turned to him and said, not only in arm wrestling, but even as a person, you are not at my level. This he said very, very cold way, and then he just stopped. So see, you get nervous now. You cannot make the guy nervous. Then you get nervous because he is so relaxed. He's so confident. So that is how I read that all that happened.
Yeah. So it can really backfire. So you have to be careful with who you tease and who you try to get into the head of, because it can backfire.
Also, when you listen, when you get nervous, if it mixes with fear,
yeah,
you lose. If it mixes with courage, then you became an animal.
Yeah.
Like whenever I was pulling against Mindaugas, and Mindaugas was just saying, I will come Istanbul and beat you in front of your people. I will make you tired and slide my hand and we'll do death's move to you or something. See, whenever he said that, I hit him. I hit him so hard. So hard. So when I beat him like 10-0, right and left, 5-0, 5-0. So like sometimes, you know, you don't need psychology. If you know what you are doing, you don't get so much affected. The only thing affects me, if what I know about arm wrestling, the calculation is giving me negative result, then that gets on my nerves. But if I know arm wrestling, if everything is just like, you know, saying that, you know, everything is okay, at that point, like if I would pull Devon, he thinks that he would just get on my nerves or something. It's a different thing. But if I pull him, like for example, I'm saying this, like only thing would worry me is his abilities at the table, his pronator, his own like this, that once he stops, you understand, will wrist the handle or the wrist will just start moving back. So I don't really give a sorry, but shit about, you know, that gets me angry only as a person, but not at the table and not about his abilities. Whenever I look at the table, I see him like a computer. Here is his pronator strength, here's his wrist, this is his ability, this is what he can do. So I know everything. The only question is if my power is enough or not. That is the, you know, that the example I gave, because he is the master of it, and it is, I am one of the guys that has thin skin. That is why I gave that one example. Not that we are gonna pull soon or something, you know. So anyway, so John Brzenk versus Oleg Petrenko.
That's a really hard one.
Yeah. While you guys thinking, I'm gonna repeat my guys. Gary Goodridge, Levan Saginashvili, and Denis Siplenko, Gennady Quickbine, and Alex Kurdecha will be my guests at the East versus West 5. They all confirmed, and they are coming.
Depending on the shape of John, I think he will come out the winner of this match. If he has been training enough and he's been healthy enough. Last time I saw him, he was not really healthy, as I've understood it. He had been sick before the last match. Yeah, so I think he can come out on top of this if he's just staying healthy.
Yeah. And you?
I think, again, before talking about predictions about any match, I always like to find as many matches as I can of that opponent, and I have not rewinded those Oleg Petrenko super matches. Of course, everyone remembers all the John Brzenk matches since he has made his comeback, but I will have to look more about Oleg Petrenko, like how he loses, can he get top rolled, if he goes in a hook. Maybe I don't think John Brzenk can beat him in a hook, but how often does he get top rolled? This is something that I'll have to look for before talking about this match.
We will get your opinion later after you do your study.
Yeah.
What's the date of competition? Patrick is asking. It is November 19th, my friends.
Yep.
And another opinion is you don't win a match at conference, you win a match at training. You win a match at the training, my friend, only if you are brave enough to control your nerves And if you are brave enough that your knees are not shaking at this stage, I have seen many people doing crazy things at the training, but they are shaking when their names are called, you know. So that also is something, you know.
Yeah.
That is why some guys are great at training. Some guys are very good at the competition because they are very brave people. It doesn't mean that the training is not important. Yes, I agree with you. Training is where you bring yourself to a point physically, you know, that is how you are gonna perform. But also you can also train mentally as well for an event.
Right.
Um, so anyways, so there are many. Like for example, who is winning? Prudnik or Dadikian, left arm?
Oh, that did that. Now it's getting really hard to predict. Hmm.
Okay,
It's yeah.
one guy just said Petrenko struggled with Marharit, who killed John. But my friend, when he beat John, Marharit, I'm not saying he cannot beat John, but when he beat John, John was away from arm wrestling for 3 years, and Travis, I think, just convinced him to make a comeback, and he just a little bit train and come. You know, he was not really uh, John that we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about it.
2018.
Yeah, sorry, Anna.
No,
Go ahead.
Prudnik versus Tadakian.
Yeah,
Go with Tadakian.
you go with Dadikan?
Yeah.
And you, Pradeep?
And again, I was initially I was also going with David Dadikian, but then because we only had that practice pool to assess what their level is, and that match was very close. Prudnik was able to win, but before that, like we saw, I calculated it, and David Dadikian pulled for 11. I think it was 10 or 11 seconds against Oleg in total. And you
Mm-hmm.
mentioned there were few guys that Prudnik was after pulling with before he gripped out with David
Yeah,
Dadikian.
he
I think,
Prudnik even gets some top rolls. They didn't put all the videos
yeah,
on
yes, yes,
the after pull, but actually a few times top rolled Prudnik before that. Yeah.
yes, yes. So when I made a video about it, I was saying that if that was a fresh version of Prudnik, even though he beat David Dadikan in that practice pull, then it can be difficult for him. But then you mentioned that he was practice pulling even before that as well, and that match is going in a hook. We saw Prudnik lose to top rollers right and left right now at this 110 kg weight. I'm not sure if it is possible to beat him in a hook, either arm, left or right arm. So maybe I think Prudnik will have slight advantage in this match because David Dadikan is not going to top roll him. That thing is for sure. Maybe Prudnik will try to top roll David, and beating Prudnik in a hook is really difficult for anyone.
I understand. Yeah, there are a lot of comments here. Yeah, and wow, there
Is
are
the
some interesting comments here. What you were
is
saying?
the
Sorry.
is the pay-per-view link available yet, Engin? I saw the
No,
GoFundMe. No,
no, it's not.
okay.
It will be probably when the time comes near. Maybe right before the king of the table time or something probably. Yeah. And there,
Uh,
there is,
And
yeah, sorry, Anna.
what about the sponsor spots? How many are still available? Is it 4 now that is available if you want to be a sponsor to the event?
Oh, there is that sponsor is different. VIP sponsor is different. VIP sponsor is someone who is gonna come Istanbul. I will host him 3 nights at the five-star hotel. But if he wants to come with his wife or friend, they can come, stay together too. So I can provide hotel room for 2 people.
Yeah.
Also, these people will join us to the dinner together with all the guests and all the athletes together. We will go dinner all together. And also these people will have opportunity to ask questions during the press conference live, the cameras will show them and they will ask question. And these people will receive one signed t-shirt by all athletes, and they will have access to go to t-shirt signing room together while the athletes are signing. Usually a lot of fun stuff is happening there, Anna.
Yes.
And also these people will join the official photographing for the graphics that course sports are using. They will have those official professional photographs together with the athletes. And these people will also have at the front row, at the East versus West first 3 row for the VIP sponsors. And then 4, 5, maybe even more seats are left empty because of the cameras. And then the other people at the sides or at the back side. So these people will be at the front row. And so for now, the 6 sponsors place is taken, only 4 left. So if anyone is interested, they can reach me from this email address. Yeah.
Are you putting it in the chat?
Yeah, I just put it. Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
And I can vouch for that. The sponsors last time had an amazing time. They were all really happy, and I think that if any one of them were to speak here on the show, they would say that it was just a blast to be with their idols and the people that they are really admiring.
This time I will also film the VIP sponsors where they are sitting, because last time when Jerry and Gennady were pulling, they gone crazy. They were like crazy, and I was like, oh, somebody should have filmed them, because that excitement that they had was like comparable with the football that they are playing in Europe. The Americans call it like soccer or something. Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah. Anyway, so these are, and what did we miss? We miss which matches we missed? Oh, Jerry versus Hermes.
Jerry Hermes.
Yeah.
Before we saw the Gennady versus Jerry match, I think everyone would have predicted Hermes to win that match, but a lot of opinions may have changed after that. Now, like it looks really close.
And that Jerry probably got a lot more blood in his teeth after that fight, and Hermes is now probably also really chasing for him. So there is like no way of saying how that's gonna end, to be really sure.
Yeah, it will be incredible.
Yeah.
And that when they know that this is the ticket to pull Levan.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, incredible. I would like to. I would like to ref their match if it was not a ticket for the Levan match. Now let Cristo Del Jaco handle it.
I don't want to there.
Yeah, Cristo Del Jaco, a great referee.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's amazing. Yeah. Leonard Harkless from US and Cristo Del Jaco. I mean, these are very good referees. Cristo is also a world champion arm master.
Yeah.
And he's I don't know. It is not possible to. He's not so big guy, but he doesn't care. You cannot intimidate him. He's just world champion arm master, very smart guy, and dominant personality. He just So I don't know. I don't think he will care. He will just apply whatever he sees. So this time, I will talk with all the athletes, even with the referees. Most likely, I will make the pads 20 by 20, not 18, 20. But of course, 1 centimeter will grow from front and 1 centimeter from back. So it is also giving a top puller more space, and it's also giving to hook puller to come to one space. So what I will just say, but if the tiny jumps, like will not call, but if it gets even tiny bit out from front, from back, from sides, it will be foul. I will talk with athletes, both, not both, but with all athletes. Because the reason that I want to make the pad a little bit bigger is because I don't want match to be stopped. And the reason that, we're gonna pull even a tiny bit from front, back side, because there can't be, you guys see me now?
Yes.
Yeah. There can't be anything like that, you can't explain this to public. I know, I understand the referees wanted to let it go so that people can say great match, but you can't, because everyone sees everything from their own side. Even the both elbow gets out, they say, oh, this guy is just being cheated. This guy is like this and that. Whenever Gennady's elbow was out, and then, do you want to hear the truth? I think there, Gennady was unfairly treated. Do you know why? Because if it was called foul, he would recover from the position to middle again.
Yeah.
But Hristo kept continue because he knew that Gennady couldn't survive from there. And 3 seconds later, Jerry just pinned him. Do you understand my point?
Yeah.
But people took it the exact opposite way. They didn't call his foul. They said they cheated Jerry, but in fact, there should be a foul and restart.
Again, there is a reason why people took it the exact opposite way. And the reason, in my opinion, was Jerry himself was saying that his elbow is off the pad, foul him. Even though if it ended up as an advantage for Jerry, but we have to look at the fact that Jerry was himself asking the referees to foul him. After that, how can the referees think about allowing to go the match just because it is advantageous position for Jerry, even though we know that Jerry does not want that advantage if there is advantage, because
but Jerry doesn't want that advantage. It doesn't, mean that he didn't get advantage.
No.
You are saying that, like, just the referee doesn't do that by the request of Jerry. The referee is doing something that, because one super match earlier, Gennady was losing against Dave on the round 3, and he fouled, and they called it. The match restarted, and Gennady won the next 3 rounds. Do you understand? And then people were saying, oh, he fouled intentionally. So that's what happens. He called them, match started, and Gennady beat him 3 times. Do you understand the point? So this time, Hristo probably didn't want to take the same shit by the fans that, oh, you foul him, but Jerry was winning. Trust me, I'm not saying that is right, this is right, or that is wrong, that's right. But that's why we will make the pad a little bit for both sides. If anyone wants to come forward, he has 1 centime more.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to go more back, he has 1 centime more. But even though if the elbow pads are 1 centime bigger from each side, right, left, back, and if you are still fouling even that little bit, the foul is going to be called,
Yeah.
because I don't want to hear the same thing again.
I think
Sorry.
I think you are getting prepared for that match about the rules and everything. And Risto also, I know he's a very experienced referee, but he may also have looked at that match after it was released on YouTube maybe many times, like how did that match exactly go, the Jerry versus Gennady match. So I'm quite sure it doesn't matter how much you prepare for that match, it is still going to be a very difficult match to ref. Even after the elbow pad size increase, it is going, and any Jerry Cadret match which is very close, I think that match can be used as a case study to train new referees, because it is always going to be very difficult to judge that match.
There is one guy is asking, we are talking about 1 inch or 1 centimeter? My friend, we are talking about 1 centimeter. Only 1 centimeter. It is less than half of an inch. 1 centimeter. Yeah.
But
So
it is really hard.
what we are doing is that we are not, we are calling the fouls, my friend, but we are making the possibility of the fouling less. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we are doing. Yeah. You were saying something, Anna?
Yeah, I was gonna say that it is really hard to referee matches like this because it's a different rule set, and you're supposed to look away from the micro fouls and the small things. So it's a call for every small thing. So a guy like Risto that is really experienced can do good choices, in my opinion. He can take like very quick and very good choices regarding everything that's happening on the table.
Yeah, I understand. So this is not, it is 1 centime from each side. So 1 centime from each side is only making 18 to 20.
Yeah.
So it is not, it's 2 centimeter total. 1 from the front, 1 from the back, 1 from the side, and 1 from the other side. So it is, in fact, it's just making 2 centimeters.
But it will make a huge difference because of that, like you say, if you pull your elbow out back or front, it's going to be very it's going to be felt by the athletes because you are so used to an elbow pad of a certain size, like 18 centimeters, like you say, and then it's going up to 20. There will be no elbow fouls. If you then foul front or back, you have actually really failed.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same for everyone. Nobody can, if I would make it only 1 centime bigger from the front side, top roller would say that, hey, you're making the possibility of the hook more.
Yeah.
But if you make from one from front and 1 from the back, you also have 1 extra centime to go back. So that is only you making everything bigger. If you are still fouling, sorry, it is gonna be called.
Yeah.
And then fans, don't blame us. We did our best. So if they are still fouling, so it's gonna be called. That's what it is, you know.
And Engin, I think rules and dimensions can be changed. I remember the first time you announced maybe you're thinking about increasing the size of the pads. So many people were saying that no, what is Engin doing right now? Those pads have worked forever. Why do we need to change them now? But we need to remember that maybe like for how many years, I'm not sure for how many decades we have been using that 7x7 pad, and arm wrestling was not that much advanced. We do not have that many matches to study back then, that maybe we think now that for super heavyweights we need a separate pad. So it is not about what has worked since decades is going to work even now, maybe because we arm wrestlers were not experienced enough to implement new things, and right now we have data. And one more question I've always had, and you two are the perfect arm wrestlers to answer that: can the squishy pads really help in preventing elbow fouls? Like WL pads are not that hard usually,
I
the
mean,
pads are really
maybe unintentional jumps, because whenever you want to drive, it just, because it's so hard, makes you jump. Maybe. Also, I don't know, maybe if it is so minimal, maybe because it is moving like this, like because it's going down with your pressing. So whenever you lift, maybe it's also coming up back. You understand?
yes.
Yeah. So maybe it makes it less visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
But
This
but
is
that
what, but maybe it may not help you to drive your elbow as good if it is not really smooth and hard, like, you understand. I don't want it to be so hard, like table. But I think, I mean, we will do something. We will do, just all our intention is to make arm wrestler to arm wrestle, as long as he doesn't gain advantage.
But for that the counter argument can be that WL were using squishy pads, and most of the elbow fouls were happening there. It was not helping. Maybe it was because of the loose rules. There were so many fouls.
Yeah, it is also because of that. Yeah. I mean, as I said, you know, this, if there's something like this is a foul. But if it is like this, these are what I show right now is foul at WAF. But we in WAF, yes, we need those super strict rules. I understand. But because we want to, like, that is why WAF athletes are more careful about the fouls, while the other people only pulling professional, they are usually more, I mean, I don't know, because they are allowed all the time, they get used to. So, so that's what it is. So I don't want to take your time so much. And so, Anna, can you shortly again tell us about the Sicily and then the AAFF?
So the Armfight Factory project is a non-profit project, and it's supposed to make arm wrestling known to a broader public and to bring us together and to share experience and to build bridges between the different sports, to include YouTubers and bloggers and musicians and other people, painters, everyone, and to actually bring audience to arm wrestling and to bring us out, to make us more known to the general public. And in Sicily, we're gonna have a lot of very famous arm wrestlers and also some bodybuilders and musicians and other people. And what we're gonna do is create a space where you can share knowledge. And we're also hoping that we're going to include youth into this project and give them the opportunity to compete and to educate themselves within arm wrestling.
Yeah, that's going to be good. That's going to help us to grow.
Yeah. And it's the growth factor that is the big thing for Luke. He wants us to grow as a community, to become more known to the general public. I think that's the big thing that he's going for.
I understand. And Pradeep?
Yeah, Engin, I would like to add one point. I'd like take 1 more minute maybe. I genuinely believe that arm wrestlers should not feel shy while asking help from well-established YouTubers, because they are expert in their games and they can help a lot in increasing the popularity of arm wrestling. Just for example, the latest Alan Fisher video, maybe you guys saw it on Brandon Williams channel, and the title was "Beat My Grandpa at Arm Wrestling, Win $500." So that was a very well professionally done video, because that guy has over 1 million subscribers and that video has almost 3 million views. So that one single YouTuber probably gave Alan Fisher as much exposure in the world as he himself gained throughout 30 years of arm wrestling. That one video gave him that much exposure, and it gave exposure to arm wrestling as well. So I think arm wrestling is a big enough sport right now, and I heard some guys trying to collab with Mr. Beast as well to maybe do something about arm wrestling. So if we try more about these, but then the bigger guys, arm wrestlers, may have to not feel shy while asking, because sometimes it can get in the way that, like, he's just a YouTuber and I'm a world champion. Why am I going to ask him for help? But no, he's kind of a world champion in his own game, in his YouTube game, and that thing can help arm wrestling a lot.
Yeah, I understand. So you are also saying that it is good what Luke is doing.
Yes, definitely. And this is something that I always talk with promoters with, even in India. You should always invite some fitness YouTubers who have more than 1 million subscribers as guests to your event. Maybe there are some fitness YouTubers in Turkey who have more than 1 million subscribers. Invite them. It is just going to cost a few flight tickets and hotel money. They are going to shoot content for themselves, so they can also gain something from that, and their community is going to see a lot about arm wrestling because they are going to cover the event. And these small things with low investment can have a huge impact on the overall growth of the sport.
I understand.
It's all about collaboration. I think that's the key to this. Collaboration.
Yeah, because fitness community and arm wrestling, they're not very far from each other. Yeah, they're very close.
Many of the arm wrestlers train in fitness gyms.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways.
Engin,
so anyways, yeah, go ahead.
To say hi.
Hello. That's a boy or girl?
She's a girl. Her name is Snow White.
Okay. That's nice. Anyway, so thank you very much, Anna, and thank you, Pradeep, and thanks to everyone who followed us, and hope to see you guys next time. Hopefully, Timmy Turner is saying that Jerry versus Gennady was only one match. and big clash of styles. No other match in East versus West had problems with too many elbow fouls. I agree, but just I don't know. Maybe should we do only for the super heavyweight or what to do? I don't know. But I just don't want that match to turn into the same thing, because this match will be even more intense, trust me, than Gennady versus Jerry match. Yeah. So I don't want it to turn into same thing. I want everything to be clear before the match. These are the paths. No elbow foul from outside, even a little bit, you know. Also, I don't want, athletes that so much depend on, just like little bit tiny things, I would want them to focus on winning. Yeah. Anyway, so you take care. Thank you very much for coming, and hope to see you in Sicily.
See you soon, Engin. It's only 2 weeks left.
Yeah, first in Sicily, and then in Antalya for the World Championships, and then Istanbul for the East versus West.
Yes, I'm going to travel.
and hope to see you and meet you someday, Pradeep. Looks like we always will go that way. Make sure that come someday.
I will, Engin. I will for sure.
Okay. Take care.